Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about XRP today. What are these exchanges going to do, and how is this going to affect XRP overall? I think we are in exciting times, and I'm going to tell you something right now. If you are not married to a crypto, if you can figure out which side of the market to get on with all of this volatility, there is money to be made in crypto unlike any other. Now, personally, I'm not a big trader myself. I tend to hodl. I go after passive income personally. I got one project where I'm making about $63 a day passively right now. I'll be talking about that on a little bit of a later video. So if you want to learn how to earn passive income, or let me say it this way, if you want to learn how I'm earning passive income with cryptocurrency, then be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and click all. Hey, let's talk about what's going on with XRP, because this is developing rapidly. We're going to hear more about this topic right here in the next 2 days. I could practically promise you. And that is, how are exchanges going to handle this XRP debacle? And I think this is unfortunate that this is even an issue. And I just wish exchanges would be like, you know what? We've always allowed access to it until we're told we don't have to. Then we're going to continue to allow access to XRP. But here's a problem. It always comes down to potential litigation. So for example, Bitstamp to halt XRP trading and deposits in U.S. due to SEC lawsuit. Now, I think these deposits are only for people who are trying to send XRP to the exchange. And I think this is so unfortunate, because this is a great example where U.S. citizens kind of get screwed. Like, if you're trying to trade XRP, if you're trying to sell it even, and you've got an account at Bitstamp, you're disadvantaged. It's just so frustrating how U.S. citizens sometimes get treated, because I feel like the U.S. law sometimes oversteps. Let me know your thoughts on that, by the way. If I'm off base, let me know down in the comments. But here's the challenge. For example, here's what exchanges have to consider. Are they opening themselves up to potential litigation from customers? If a customer loses money on XRP and the SEC comes back and says it was an unregistered security, are the exchanges now carrying some liability in a lawsuit? The answer to that is probably yes. So the only defense they have is, how did they respond? If the sooner that they halted trading, the sooner that they delisted it, or delisting it is the worst thing that could happen for XRP, but if they at least halted access for U.S. investors, if they at least did that, then that's going to basically be their defense in the event of a lawsuit from a U.S. customer. We took action, here's what we did, and this is why we took that action. But it's a crazy world. The law is never totally black and white. It just isn't. And there's always ramifications as a business owner with what you do and how you do it. And it's really challenging to navigate. So let's look at Coinbase, for example. There's two major issues here with Coinbase. One applies to all exchanges, and one applies just to Coinbase. So Coinbase is trying to go public. So think about this. When you go public, when you want to sell your company as a stock, or sell shares of your company as stock on the public market where anybody can go and buy your stock, in order to do that, you have to get approval from the SEC. Now, what are the laws that govern that approval process? Well, there pretty much aren't any. I mean, I'm not saying there's not guidelines, but it's pretty subjective. Ultimately, the SEC can say, no, we don't approve it. And if they say that, there's not a whole lot Coinbase can do at that point. There just isn't. It's more of guidelines and whatnot that Coinbase has to follow, but you can't go sue the SEC because they won't let you go public. Like, that's I don't know if that's ever happened. That's just not likely to work. Now here's a challenge for Coinbase. They're still allowing trading at the time of this video for XRP, and as they allow that trading, the SEC, the very people they need approval from to be able to sell stock and go public, is saying that they're allowing, according to the SEC right now, they're allowing access to an unregistered security on their platform, which according to the SEC is against the law. That's what their lawsuit is alleging of XRP. And now you look at Coinbase and you're like, wait a minute, but you want our approval, yet in our opinion, you're allowing access to an unregistered security. That is challenging for Coinbase to navigate as a business. And that's unfortunate, but it's not just Coinbase. So if you're a cryptocurrency exchange and you think to yourself, okay, this XRP, I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I don't want to get caught in any sort of, litigation, or I don't want to potentially get in any trouble with the SEC down the road for anything. So you know what? I'm just going to play it safe. I'm just going to delist it. But that's not very easy either, because as this article points out down here, they have to think, including just from a business perspective, but also legal, what kind of precedents they're setting if they, talking about the cryptocurrency exchanges, if they delist one cryptocurrency just because a regulator accuses it of being a security. What happens the next time? What happens? Have you just given the SEC the right to delist anything from your platform just because it makes an accusation? See, that's something else they have to consider. Do we start allowing the SEC to affect our entire business just because they make an accusation? And so now we're going to put ourselves in a position where we're going to set a precedent that every single time they make an accusation, we delist a cryptocurrency. Because I have to tell you something. XRP is one of the things XRP is in trouble for, and they probably did it more than most, but one of the things they're in trouble for is for selling, they're continuing to sell the new cryptocurrency, new XRP tokens. Ripple Labs in trouble for selling more XRP, I should say that, to raise money. Now, the challenge with that is, and some of you are like, yeah, that, you shouldn't do that. That sounds like a stock, because that's why companies sell stock, to raise money. However, there's a lot of cryptocurrencies that are doing this. It's not just XRP. Now, they're not all selling them to the public. What a lot of them are doing is they're selling their tokens to exchanges for liquidity. And what they're doing is they're selling them to exchanges probably below market value, but it gives the exchanges cryptocurrency to have on hand to provide liquidity for their customers. And at the same time, it allows the companies behind these cryptocurrencies to sell a sizable block and to be able to raise funds to continue their operations. And so if they use that argument, if that's what they define as a security, then there's other cryptocurrencies going to have issues. So I believe personally, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it does crypto any favors for XRP to lose this lawsuit. None at all. Personally, that's my personal opinion. Now, let me know down in the comments, do you think these cryptocurrencies should delist? What are your thoughts on that? Now, I want to share with you something. I told you that I was earning passive income in cryptocurrency. That's how, if I was trading this right now, I would do one of two things. XRP. If I was a trader, I would do one of two things. I would either sell XRP thinking that I'm going to get in later at a cheaper price, because there's going to be more there's going to be more exchanges delisting this. And I feel like at some point the SEC is going to come out with a little bit more evidence on what they're suing XRP over with, because right now it's just kind of thin. There's not a lot there. So I think they're going to come out with more evidence on exactly, hey, this is what we've said, and here's kind of some of our evidence. I think that some of that's going to come to light. I think there's more negative news before it gets good for XRP. I'm rooting for XRP in the long run. I have not been an XRP investor, but if I was a fanboy of XRP, I think I would sell and wait to get in cheaper. And hopefully I've already sold waiting to get in cheaper. Because if you sold when this news came out, you've made money now. And you've probably locked in some profits. And then plan to get in a little bit later at a cheaper price, personally. And if I was really going to play this thing aggressively, I would probably consider shorting it. If I had that capability on with my cryptocurrency exchange account. Now, with that being said, personally, I don't have a crystal ball. So you can look at all the fundamentals, and in the short term, they can make no sense. The challenge with shorting XRP is you could get squeezed. The XRP army is an incredibly resilient group of people. So those guys probably are not selling, planning to get in cheaper. They're just not going to do it, most of them. They're going to hold, and they're going to keep buying. So you could potentially, in the short term, get squeezed if you were trying to short. Squeeze meaning you could lose. If you were trying to short XRP, in the short term, you could lose. Even though the fundamentals look bad, even though they're probably going to get delisted from another exchange somewhere, even though that's probably going to happen, the fundamentals look bad. But in the short term, it doesn't take very much to hurt you if you're trying to short a position. So you got to be very careful. That's why I prefer to earn passive income with cryptocurrency, bar none. If you want to learn how I'm earning passive income, what am I doing, you can go down to the description. I got my new fancy Linktree link. You can go down there, click on our Crypto Passive Profits membership. Join us over there. That membership, by the way, is normally $29.99 per month once it gets officially launched. Right now, it's just in pre-development. I'm using Subscribe Star, and I'm basically just collecting content over there, and it's $9.99 per month. Or if you just want to figure out what are some little simple things you can do to make a little extra free cryptocurrency, little things you can do, make $5, $10, $20 a month passively. What can you do? Come subscribe to our free Crypto Passive Profits newsletter. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, This is Crypto Wealth. I believe decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. I believe that we are in the early stages of will be a radical cryptocurrency revolution that is going to change the world as we know it, change economics, change finances, and for some of us, it's going to change our financial wealth forever. That's my belief. That's my personal opinion. And if you believe that way, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.